This is Story Skeptic, and these are my thoughts on how I went from hating The Lighthouse to loving it. The Lighthouse was a movie I was really looking forward to. It was a film directed by Robert Eggers, who also had made his debut film called The Witch, and this was a film I really liked. I was blown away that this was his debut film, and I was really looking forward to his next film. Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson was the one to star. It made me even more happy. So I had high hopes. I saw some early reviews talking about Shining being like one of the things they associated with the movie, and I really love Shining, the book and the movie. So ready to go and watch it. I went on like early premiere of the film, and when I saw the movie I kind of hated it. Upcoming spoilers. So the first thing that hits you is this fucking foghorn. And it hits you hundreds of times. It's terrible. I was already going mad, and I don't care if that's the point. The characters are supposed to go mad, not the fucking audience. Then we get into the part which I would say the first half of the film. I kind of like it. It builds in a good way, but then it just delivers so different, so it's not what you expect. It just becomes weird, and it felt very random, and the ending just left me with lots of unanswered questions, and I just felt unsatisfied. And I was like pissed off because there was so much potential, but it just felt hollow. There was not a lot of plot in the end. It felt kind of artsy and pretentious at times. I knew I had seen a good movie, but I just hated it. And I was that for a long time, until I started watching some reviews and reading about the film and kind of trying to pick it apart, kind of trying to figure out why I didn't like the film. And I kind of realized that I didn't like the film because I had expected it to be something else, a more like traditional structure to the film. Like I expected there to be like this artsy style to it and all of that. But a bit like The Witch, I expected it to like wrap up at the third act and kind of turn into an action thriller film. And the fact that you got to see mermaids and see the old man in the lighthouse as like a Lovecraftian monster. You saw some tentacles. I expected them to move along in that direction in a more horror-like way. That we would follow Robert Pattinson's character, Winslow, trying to survive on this rock against these Lovecraftian monsters, and that he might get away but probably end up mad. But it kind of ended up being something totally different. And afterwards, when I kind of thought about it in another way, just trying to accept it for what it was, I kind of started to take a liking to it. I slowly but surely became convinced that it actually was a great movie. So then like a year later I saw it again, this time knowing everything that was going to happen, and this time I really loved it. So the movie opens up. Not gonna lie, the foghorn is still annoying as fuck, but fortunately I saw it on not the cinema, so it wasn't that loud. It wasn't bursting my ears, and then it kind of worked. It's a good mood setter. First time I saw it, I kind of liked the setup the first half, so that was still fine, but now I was completely on board the last half of it. Like, this movie takes you with it. You become mad with the characters. You don't have the true answer. It's very difficult to know what happens and what's real in this movie. And that can be frustrating the first time you see it, but the second time around, it's really amazing. The black and white works great, and the film is drenched in symbols. There's so much to read between the lines, and the acting from both of them is just hands down amazing. So I really wholeheartedly recommend the movie. This story about me hating The Lighthouse and then loving it is just about expectations. Expecting it to be something it's not, and then judging it accordingly. Well, also I think it's nice to look forward to something, but still kind of be a bit open on the experience. Try to give the film a chance. Do not like push it into a box yourself want to have it become. And I think you will appreciate all types of films and stories a lot better. And this honestly extends to life as well. That was my thoughts on The Lighthouse. I would really like to hear your thoughts. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or did you experience something similar to me? Like the video and subscribe. And I'll end with the words of what is commonly and wrongfully credited to William Shakespeare, but nonetheless true. Expectation is the root of all heartache.